Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for joining us today. This is the kickoff to the Wachter Group's series for 2021 called Senior Living Options in Charlotte. And of course, we always have to practice the first time because I didn't turn on the microphone. So, let's try this again. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for our series, Senior Living Options in Charlotte. I'm Rob Wachter with the Wachter Group, and this is Erica Wright, Seniors Real Estate Specialist with the Wachter Group. We are here to take you on a tour of Windsor Run. Windsor Run is a continuing care retirement community in Matthews, North Carolina. And this is going to be the first of a series of these we do. We're going to do one every month, every second Tuesday of the month at 4 p.m., introducing you to another different type of senior living option in the Charlotte area. We appreciate you being here. Please put comments in if you have any. If you have any questions, put them in the comment bar. We will answer them at the end or get back to you. And we appreciate you being a part of this. So the first one I'm going to introduce is Jennifer Noch. And Jennifer is with Wayforth. She is one of the partner companies that we work with a lot, and I'm going to let her tell you a little bit about Wayforth and what they do.
Hi everyone, I'm Jennifer with Wayforth, and we have also partnered with Windsor Run to provide done-for-you move solutions for your transition to Windsor Run. And what that means is we help with the right sizing stage of the game, helping you figure out, after you've met with the manager of your space plan, what furniture is going to go to the new place, and then all of the things that don't have a home, where are they going to go? And some of the solutions that we offer, we have auction services, donation services, and of course disposal services. And then once you've gone through your right sizing, we can help you pack, move, and get unpacked. And of course Windsor Run gives you the gift of $1,000 towards your unpacking. And what that means is, on your move-in day, your move team will have your primary bedroom set up with your bed made, your closet organized, all your clothes put away, your bathroom, everything's put away and stocked, your towels are out, all your linens, and that's what we do.
Excellent. Thank you, Jennifer. So let me just clarify one thing. Are you saying I could basically wake up in my old house and then go to bed in my new apartment without having to lift a finger and everything's right where it belongs?
Right where it belongs. Completely done for you.
That's pretty cool. Jennifer, thanks, and appreciate you joining us on this tour. You're a valuable member of the team, and our clients certainly appreciate everything that you guys have done.
Thank you.
So we're going to start walking in here, and we're going to look for and meet Ryan Barkley, who is the sales director of Windsor Run. All right, and as we walk into the main clubhouse building, I think I see Ryan.
All right. Hey, Rob.
Ryan Barkley, the sales director of
Can we do
Windsor Run.
the COVID shake?
Oh, the COVID.
Yeah, there it is.
There you go.
Very official. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Erica. How are you doing?
Hey there.
Hello.
Hey, welcome to Windsor Run. I'm Ryan. I'm the sales director here at the community, and we're gonna look around, tour you through the community, introduce you to some of our newer residents, and we'll show you a model apartment. So let's
Can we start off with one question, Ryan?
Yes,
I know
sir.
what a lot of people ask is, what exactly is the term CCRC?
Right.
We hear that a lot, and I love that. I think our viewers probably want to know what that means.
Yep, that's a great question. So, CCRC stands for Continuing Care Retirement Community. What that means is we have independent living, assisted living, skilled nursing, and memory care. And what we're going to show you today is primarily within independent living, mainly because our continuing care is still being constructed and is set to open this July. So we're going to have a chance to see that building in action, the construction that's happening, and we'll be able to talk more about that. But essentially, if somebody moves into independent living and their care needs change over time, you're able to graduate, as we like to say, into a new level of care to get the type of needs that work really well for your lifestyle.
So you're saying one place that we can move and we don't have to worry about finding other places when things happen with our family or ourselves.
Yep. The beautiful thing is, if your healthcare needs do change, you don't have to. A lot of times that's a time of crisis for most people, and so you've already made that decision. You've already moved into the community where the care is being offered, so you don't have to make that decision. Your family doesn't have to make any decisions. It's a very easy and graceful transition.
Great.
So, very good. All right. So before we get started, we did want to introduce you to a couple that moved in last year. Actually, we might be looking at a year and a half now, Mr. and Mrs. Tauber, and they actually also used Wayforth and Rob. So they're a really good example of somebody who moved into the community worked alongside with all of the partners of Windsor Run. So I guess I'll hand it over back to you for a moment.
Mr. and Mrs. Tauber, it's great to see you. I think I saw you just a couple of days ago, but Mrs. Tauber, it's been a while. So thank you for agreeing to appear in this show.
It's our pleasure.
I'd love to just hear in your words, what Windsor Run has meant to you so far.
Well, so far it's been a welcoming community, and we've weathered the storm with this COVID-19, which has interrupted a lot of socialization, but we still try.
Excellent. Mrs. Tauber, it's so good to see you. What's your favorite thing so far about Windsor Run?
Well, we enjoy meeting all the people here. They're so friendly. And actually, the staff is very nice. And we appreciate people who have helped us adjust to this after leaving their home.
Now, I believe you guys took advantage of using a move management service through Wayforth, correct?
Yes.
Is that, so tell me about that and how valuable was that to you?
Extremely valuable. We kind of sat back and let them take care of putting the moving process together and bringing it all here and making decisions about what can go where and what we need to sort of discard. And that was
If I
very
remember right,
helpful.
you had a few things in your garage that might have needed to go someplace.
Oh, a bunch of things that left. We had a couple of their moving people took it to an auction place and took care of it that way. Yes, most helpful.
Well, thank you so much for being a part of this today. We appreciate your words, and I certainly appreciate having a chance to help you and work with you. And we're going to move on to the tour and let you guys get on to your evening.
Okay.
All right? I'm going to hand you back to Ryan.
All right.
Ryan, where are we, actually?
Actually, before we part way, I know we've literally said goodbye to Mr. and Mrs. Tauber. Now I'm going to re-enter them into the picture here. It's unscripted. A lot of people say, hey, I'm not ready to move into a continuing care retirement community. Virtually every single person we meet with says, hey, I'm just not ready. And I just wanted to see, kind of put you on the spot here, but what would you say to somebody who says, I'm just not ready for that kind of lifestyle?
You're not totally ever ready, if you want to know the truth.
Yeah, sure.
But I really appreciated the fact that when I dealt with your group, Amanda came to our house. I really appreciated that and told us how to rearrange the furniture. When you go into a new facility, what you can take and what you cannot take. And we really appreciated that. And I want to tell you, the company who came and packed up our stuff were wonderful. They really were. Promptly every day that they came, they were on time and just took care of everything. I really enjoyed that. It helped us, when it was time to move. And I really appreciated the fact that some of the furniture we knew we wouldn't be able to use here. They put it on a truck and actually took it to my daughter in Indian Trail, which really was helpful. Or we would have had to pay someone else to do that, or she would have had to haul it over. So we really appreciated doing it. It just was wonderful, and the people here were very nice. The ambassadors that met us at the, and had our room available and introduced us to a lot of people here. So we really appreciated everything. So made everything very comfortable.
Perfect. And I can tell he wants to chime in, so we're going to take a big risk and give him an open mic. So here we go.
What I'm hearing is the louder you can speak, the better.
Oh, okay. What do you want me to sing first?
I got a piano right here. We can just.
No, it was, people are hesitant about moving. We have friends who ask us that same question all the time. When you're ready, you'll know it. You will absolutely know it, that this is the moment that you have to make a decision to jump in, because it's important for you to continue with a lifestyle that's both pleasing and helpful with other folks who are in the same position and are just ready to help and get you to become part of a group that is both inviting and helpful. Yes.
I think, Dan, what I mentioned to you when I met you early on is that my experience, I've had the blessing of helping probably 15 or 20 at least families move in here in the last year or so. I generally get a call almost every time that says, gosh, I'm so glad we did this. I only wish we'd done it sooner. And I remember saying that to you. Do you feel like that?
It was just right. Actually, it was just right. It was a time that we needed to make the decision to move. I had a point where I just couldn't do the things that I normally was able to do around the house. And now I don't have to do that anymore.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Dan.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, I'm going to appreciate your time, and we're going to continue the tour. I'm going to pass you off to Ryan.
Beautiful. All right, so we're going to continue through. We met you all at the front entrance of our clubhouse building. That's mostly where guests come through, visitors, and so we'll get a chance to see where residents come in. But oftentimes we say, "Is that little parking lot out front where I park?" And the answer is no. You have a chance to park right outside of the apartment where you live. Rarely do you see residents coming and going out of that door unless they're just going for a walk or something. But this building is primarily the common space. It's where people, they dine, they play games. And speaking of, we're actually going to come up on one of our restaurants right now. So here at Windsor Run, we have 3 restaurants on site. They range from very casual to more formal. And this one right here, if it looks like a Panera, that's kind of giving some shout out right now, free advertising to Panera, right? But it kind of feels like, looks like, and operates a lot like that. It's a casual dining environment. It's by far our easiest, our fastest. You walk up, you order from the menu, and then you sit down and they'll bring the meal to you, and it's simple, right? It's not designed to be the sit down for a long time. You can take your time, but it's really supposed to be kind of a casual, easy, light environment.
So you can sit right here. Do they do to-go?
We do to-go, yep. It's open for lunch, it's open for dinner, and you can get a to-go meal. You can also place a to-go meal from our more formal dining area as well at dinner. So the idea here is we have options for you so that you're not eating in the same dining venue night in and night out.
And this is just so we can pan around for a second, this is the game room area, right? And I know when I come in here to meet clients, I typically see people playing games at all these tables. And
Yep. Yeah, we caught them on a light moment right now. And that's the actual Mona Lisa. We acquired that just a couple of years ago. And so, we're just really lucky to have that. And so there you go. We took it from the Louvre and have it called. All right, so we're going to round the corner here. We do have 2 other restaurants we're coming up on here. The first one is the Tavern. That's going to be smaller plates. It's going to be, once again, it's a little lighter fare, a little more of an intimate setting though than the cafe. It's got a bar, it's got the TVs, and we can actually take a little bit of a stroll through here to see. So it's a step up from the cafe. It's still not going to be your overly formal dining area, but it has more of a bar, pub feel, smaller tables as you can see. It's very popular for dinner. Sometimes people come here prior to dinner, get a cocktail, head over to dinner. So, once again, the idea is you have a variety of options. And right across the hall here, we also have the Grove. So why don't we kind of walk that way now? Everything here is made to order. We have a program we call Signature Dining, and Signature Dining is a big evolution. We used to make everything in batches, and now we make every single item made to order. So if you order a meal from any of the restaurants, they're going to cook it and prepare it right away. Here, if we can actually take a spin through the Grove here. Say hi, everyone. Hi. So this is going to be hello. This is our more formal dining area. This has a little over 140 seats, and this is going to be very popular for dinner, primarily because it's only open for dinner. Right? It'd be weird to come here for lunch. And like I said, this is the more formal of the 3. Between here, the cafe, and the Tavern, you're going to have over 50 options every single day to choose from. We do mix up the menu occasionally, but the idea, once again, is that there's variety. You're not having to eat the same meal every single day. And of course, during COVID right now, we are offering reservations to keep it socially distanced. Normally, you'd see this place packed right now.
Well, it is only 4:15.
Yeah, that's right, we got some time. The earlier birds will be arriving shortly. One of the, what I think is one of the best features, that's kind of an overstated statement, Rob. One of the neat features of Windsor Run is that all of our amenity spaces and buildings are connected through indoor walkways. We're about to see that right now. So we're, as you can see, the restaurant is right behind us, and we're presently walking into a residential building. So none of our residents have to walk outside. You know, right now it's 50 degrees out, it's okay. In about an hour, it's probably gonna be in the 40s, it's gonna start getting cold. People coming back from dinner don't really want to have to think about that. They don't want to bring a jacket to dinner, so they're able to just walk from their apartment inside. Days when it's raining, it's a blessing. So all of our buildings are interconnected. You can access any other apartment building, any of the amenities without ever having to go outside.
Do you find that people actually exercise by walking through the buildings?
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. A lot of people, so we've got a fitness center, which we'll see in a little bit, have a pool. A lot of people, though, they get their daily exercise just from walking through the halls. And some people will they will quite literally do every leg of every hall. They'll do the stairs, and you know that's how they get their exercise. And you know, you see a lot of people, especially in the early morning, doing their laps. Yeah. So and you know, you may see on the side here, we're passing residential apartments now. One thing I really love, and I'm going to say that a lot, I guess I love a lot of things. I'm a loving guy, right, Rob? Is that you can't tell just by looking at the door. All the doors look virtually the same unless somebody decorates them. But you can't tell if that's an 1,800 square foot apartment or an 800 square foot apartment. And so all of our apartments are mixed together. Everybody's living together. And so there's no breakout based on socioeconomic status. Nobody really knows or even cares. So it's really neat to just see people living in community. However, people do get to decorate their doors, and so you do get to see some real character sometimes.
All right, so what you're saying is there are some places here as large as 1,800 square feet?
Yeah, we have apartments that range from about 1,800 to just over 2,000 square feet. So there's almost 40 different floor plans, all said and done.
Wow.
And that's where partnering with companies like Wayforth and Rob, who can help us determine what kind of space is going to fit your budget, what kind of space will fit your furniture. We have a representative on our team who will come out to your home, offer a complimentary space plan, help you identify really, hey, are we moving in the right direction? Am I going to be able to fit my belongings into this apartment? Do I have to do any downsizing or right sizing, as we like to, you know, that's a very fun buzzword right now. And you know, we like to think we have something that fits everybody's criteria. And they are all apartment style, but what's beautiful is that everybody gets to live in their own space, but they're in community, they're together, and they're just a door away. And I think a lot of people do undersell how much the relationships that they create in these communities, and especially living, you know, on the same hallway as somebody. So we're gonna actually head upstairs. If you're watching live, okay. Thanks. We will take the elevator.
All right, we apparently have an elevator fail, so there you go. This is the first time we're doing this, folks, right?
Yep.
So
We left it in the wrong spot.
okay. So we're going
That's
to
right.
plan B.
That's right. You know what? Hey, when things happen, you have to pivot, right, Rob?
Right, we're going
This
to
year,
pivot.
well, nobody expected coronavirus, right? Hey, we all pivoted in life. So this is, I'm not going to compare walking up the stairs to coronavirus, but
That's
right.
probably smart.
yeah. So, well, it's good to know though is we do have elevators in every building. We also have staircases in every building. We're only going up one floor here. But this is a good way to get our stats, as we talked about earlier, right, Rob? I mean, it's good cardio, low impact.
Well, we do have to give a shout out to Eric who's holding the camera and doing this backwards, going up the stairs and dealing with all this. So we appreciate that.
That's right, good job, Rick. And no heavy movement, so that's impressive. We're gonna have, all right, we're back in action. Looks pretty similar, different paint colors, different pictures. Otherwise, we're similar floor here. All right, so as we enter the apartment, Normally, in order to get inside of the apartment, we would need to use this badge. This replaces any kind of a hard key. So, to get inside of your home now, you use a key. Well, if you lose that key, anybody can pick it up and access your house. Well, here, you have a badge. Sorry, it's going to get a little echoey. You'd simply do like that, and you'd have access to your apartment. And what's great is if you lose it, we can deactivate your badge. Nobody can get in. We can also offer access to your friends and family. So if you want to give others, your loved ones, your friends, your family, access to your apartment, that's okay. We can do that for you. So what we have here, this is a vacant apartment.
Are you sure?
Huh? Yeah. Well, it's really small furniture. We got, like a fly maze in here. So
We're going to talk loud.
yeah, okay. One of the reasons we're showing this particular apartment is because it's one of the only vacant apartments in Windsor Run. So we're presently at 99.5% occupancy, which means we have 2 unoccupied apartments in the entire community. This is one of them. This is an 1,100 square foot 1-bedroom. So it's about mid-size as far as apartments go. However, it's one of our biggest 1-bedrooms. So most of our 1-bedrooms are 800 to 1,000 square feet. This is going to be one of our largest 1-bedrooms. We also have 2 bedrooms that start at about the same square footage. So it's all about getting to know your preferences, what works for you, and we try to align your preferences with what we have. Everything that you're seeing in this apartment is a standard feature. So you wouldn't have to pay any additional money for the granite countertops or these cabinets for really, nice hardwood cabinets. The only thing most people pay out of pocket for custom work is their window treatments. But the walls are painted, the flooring is refreshed, and the apartment's going to be in a like new condition when you move into your apartment or somebody moves into their apartment home. So, nobody has to spend money out. You can customize it. Some people do. Some people want to change the carpeting or change the paint, but based on your needs and wants, we're able to customize. Every single apartment has at least a bath and a half. So we're in the primary bedroom right now. Every single primary bedroom also has a primary bath. And then there's at least a half bath throughout the apartment, if not a second full bath.
It's a pretty good sized closet here too.
Yep. That's if the husbands are acting up, they can be sent to sleep in there. Of course, you have all the modern technology with sprinklers, fire alarms, etc. So, happy to
So it's a safe place.
Safe place to live. That's right, exactly. And then one thing I was going to highlight this later, but it's actually easy to see from here, is that on the east side of our community, we have a lot of untouched land. We're going to be building, right now, we have 431 apartments at the community. And we're going to be building up to 900. So we still have about 470 apartments yet to build over the next 6, 7, 8 years. That time frame is a little bit to be determined. But we're going to be adding more amenity spaces, additional fitness, more restaurants, and about another 500 plus apartments in the community. So a lot of opportunity to move in, especially those who aren't ready to move. We'll use the R word again. Who's never ready? We've got opportunity for years to come. So we're going to head back out and actually take a look at some of the construction happening here in the community. We're going to head outside. We do apologize if we drop. We're getting in an elevator temporarily. Okay. So elevators do work. See, Rob? Yeah, that's just, we're going to show you what happens when things go wrong and then how things are remedied. You ever notice nobody knows what to say in an elevator?
You hold the button.
You think I know how to use the we losing it?
We're good.
Just like we have on-call emergency medical responders here at the community. If Rob's still in your home, he's ready to jump
It's
in.
a little outdated.
Yeah, we need to officially scratch that from the resume.
Resume, yeah.
But, wink, wink, he's ready to hop in. But no, we do have emergency medical responders on site 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Yeah, we failed to show in the apartments there are pull cords. If you pull that cord, our team members will basically run to your apartment. It typically takes a minute or two for them to get to your apartment. and they're going to beat the 911 100% of the time typically. It's it's a great service to have, and they're able to really assess any emergencies at any time of night.
Excellent.
All right, so we're gonna have a little fun here and hop in a golf cart. I'm actually gonna give you the mic here.
Brian's going to take us for a drive around a couple of the parts of the community we need to see from the outside.
That's right. So I'm going to highlight one thing real quick. Actually, if you kind of look right here, you'll see we're in the middle of constructing a new independent living building, and Beach Hollow is the building we just came out of. It ties right into White Oak Terrace, the new building. And so from the outside, one would not even really know they're looking at two buildings. And that's the idea, is that when you're in the buildings, you feel like you're just inside walking around, even though you're going from building to building. Well, we are going to highlight, this has 113 apartments within the building. It's set to open in August of later this year in August. And right now we have 70 of the apartments spoken for. So there's still really high demand for Windsor Run and continuing care communities, and we're really excited to introduce over 100 new families later this year. So we're going to drive around and take a look at that. And
Excellent. So Brian is drive this golf cart while we all pile in here.
yep. I will say I did take the Erickson Living and Windsor Run official golf course or golf cart driving test.
Okay.
And
So you're going to stay on all four wheels the whole time, right?
I'm going to stay on all four wheels. It's a little different than how I drive on the golf.
Hold on.
What's wrong?
I said hold on.
Oh yeah, hold on tight. It's always a little fun way to get around the community, you know? But as I mentioned earlier, we're driving through, the parking lots we're driving through right now are all residential. And so every single building has available resident parking throughout right outside of your apartment home. And you may want to take a look. So right here, this is the construction that's happening. As I mentioned, it's set to open in August of this year. And we're getting really close to finishing up the exterior construction and moving our efforts inside. And then over on our left, as you can see without being blinded, that is our continuing care building. This is Piedmont Overlook. And this is really what makes us a continuing care retirement community. So I guess technically speaking, we're a CCRC, but until that building opens, we're really an independent living community. And when this building opens in July, we're gonna have all of the services that our residents need regarding the assisted living, the skilled nursing, the memory care, all on one site. And so that's really exciting. And as you can see, that building's come along really nicely. We're going to have 36 apartments in the first phase, or I'm sorry, 30 beds in the first phase, and it should be an exciting day when that opens up. We're looking forward to that.
Well, if I understand from the experience I've had with some of the clients too, it's a way to help keep families together on the same campus. If you have a couple and one of them takes ill, a lot of families have to live with that person being moved to a different town or even a different city sometimes.
Yep. Yeah, what's so great is that you have a couple that's living in an independent living apartment, and one of them has that assisted living need. So one spouse is able to transition over to assisted living. The other spouse is certainly willing or allowed to stay in their independent living apartment, and then they can visit each other every single day. It's really neat to see. They don't have to cross town now to get in the car, and they can just walk right down the hall and walk over to Piedmont Overlook. All right, so now we're gonna head over to kind of back to where we were earlier. I don't want to say we're retracing our steps, but you were in the clubhouse area, the lower side of the clubhouse. And there's part of our team waving to us. There you go. So we're about to walk directly underneath one of the bridges that connects all of the buildings.
Which you'll be able to see in just a minute as we get underneath.
That's right. It's actually a really fascinating spot to watch a weather event, like a snowstorm or a rainstorm, thunderstorm. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, I don't know. It just gives you a lot of ideas to watch it. So in case there's, there's no reason not to be different than that. I got plenty of reasons. All right, so we're out here in the courtyard. This, I will say, one of the more difficult putting greens you'll ever play. It looks very straightforward, but it's built on a turtle shell, and it's tricky. So, I was the staff winner of the putting tournament. So there you go, Rob. You're in Windsor Run greatness. All right, so this is we love to have outdoor space here, and I don't know, not much, but just a fun place to congregate. All right, so a lot of people ask about the financial aspects of moving into Windsor Run, and every single apartment has what we call an entrance deposit and a monthly service package. And so it's going to be a little bit like taking ownership. So every single apartment has a unique entrance deposit on the apartment. So the Cromwell, for instance, has an entrance deposit of roughly $300,000, of which you would get 90% back when you move out of the community. Yeah, so the way a lot of times, so the entrance, so you put that down when you first move in. When you move out of the community, you get 90% back. One of the benefits of the entrance deposit, though, is if you're unable to make your monthly payment, your monthly service package, you're able to draw off of that entrance deposit to pay for your other needs here. And the monthly service package is something that covers most of your typical living expenses. So you've got the 3 restaurants. Everybody gets $400 to use at our dining venues every single month. All of the amenities, all of your utilities, really, everything that we've talked about is included in our monthly payment. And you haven't seen walking off camera, but we've passed a couple of housekeepers, maintenance technicians. Well, that maintenance, if you have a maintenance issue, they'll come up and fix or replace your issue at no cost to yourself. Housekeepers are, for a small charge, can come up to your apartment and clean. So really, the idea is you have all the services right here within the community. And the majority of those are bundled together in one easy payment every single month. And if you run into financial distress and can no longer make that payment, that can draw off of that entrance deposit. And those will range anywhere from about $150,000 to $500,000, depending on the apartment of choice. So we really like to understand kind of what fits within your budget. Rob is instrumental in this process because he's able to give you a really good understanding of your home value, and that oftentimes plays a big part as to your apartment making decision. So,
right, well, clearly this is not an investment in real estate. It's similar from a financial planning perspective because it's a commitment to your housing for the long term. So we work very closely with Windsor Run in helping people make that transition, sell their house, apply the equity that they've had at the house to Windsor Run, and it helps them afford to be here.
Yep, exactly. Hey,
that's the first time we've done that.
Yeah, that'll be on the blooper reel. A lot of people are actually are putting down only 10% of that entrance deposit and moving into the community, and then Rob is selling the house, and then they're using the equity from the sale of their home to pay back the balance of the entrance deposit. And we have a promissory note that we're able to bridge that gap in the meantime. So that's why we love having partners like Rob, who we know we trust. We know he's going to tell you exactly what you need to hear regarding the sale of your home. And oftentimes there's a big benefit towards knowing exactly what's going to fit into your budget regarding, hey, if I'm going to use the equity for my home, what should I be looking at for an apartment? So it's there's a lot of moving pieces. We're actually going to go down these.
One quick question to follow. So when do you suggest that people begin exploring that option, the idea of planning, the value of their house, things like that in this process?
Yeah, so typically when somebody comes in for their first visit to Windsor Run, we call that a Windsor Run 101. The idea is another word for it is an information gathering essentially. You want to see, you want to feel all the sites, what is it like, what are the people like, so you're just kind of determining, is this a place for me? Do I feel like I fit in? Usually down the road, maybe it's a second visit, maybe it's a subsequent visit, maybe it's a year down the road, I don't know. maybe if you determine that Windsor Run is a very viable option for you, a lot of people are joining the priority list and showing a very strong intent in moving in. At that point, typically, we're going to recommend that you start participating in some of our moving and real estate services to just make sure you have a good understanding of, okay, what's my home value worth? What items are going to fit into my apartment? And so we actually have a consultant on our team that will come over to your home, help you evaluate your needs for moving. Because this isn't just a move into our community, it's a move out of your home. And that's oftentimes it's undersold and overlooked, right? It's a big deal to move out of your home, just as big as it is to move into a new situation. We want to make sure that both of those work well together, and this is one seamless process. And so we oftentimes, even if you're years away from making a move, we recommend getting to know the real estate agents early on. We can't stress how important it is to have a plan so that when you do move, you can execute that plan at a high level.
Thanks. I know that when we have 3, 6, even 9 months sometimes to help somebody plan. Have Jennifer come to the house, have them really plan the overall move. It reduces the stress from there.
Absolutely.
So I hear some noise and I see some things that are going on. Where are we?
Okay, so we're in the pool, and I think Jennifer's actually going to show us our backflip. Jennifer, you still doing that, or is that off the table? Okay, that's off the table, but that's okay. Next time, if you have Jennifer come and unpack your house, today only we're offering free backflips. So take us something to eat. But yeah, this is a saltwater pool, and it's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. You can see that it's all glassed in, all of those glass doors open. Fresh air in the summer, but right now it's 54 degrees outside, and the pool's open. It's 32 degrees out, the pool's open. So you can come here and utilize the pool at any time. There's a locker room right outside, so if you don't want to walk all the way through the community in your swimming attire, you can take a shower or just change quickly. But it's also situated right next to the rest of our fitness. So right next door, it's going to be a little difficult to see in because the glass is a little bit iced over. I don't know what that stuff is called.
Frosted.
Frosted, thank you, Rob, is our fitness center. Also open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And right now it is open by appointment until further notice. But it's got all of the basic cardio machines. We have free weights. You've got the treadmill. You've got recumbent bikes. And it's open and available. So we try to keep most of our fitness in the same general area. So if you want to go exercise and then go in the pool, or vice versa. I don't know many people exercising after they go in the pool, but that's the great thing of Windsor. We have options. All right, so why don't we just we're going to switch sides with you guys real quick. So we're on the bottom level of the clubhouse, almost directly underneath of where we came in and met you in the first place. And we saw the pool, we saw the fitness center. Right next to us is this big fitness room, just an all-purpose fitness room. We have ping pong, we do a lot of aerobics, yoga. So it's just a big open studio. Down the hall, not really something we're able to see right now, but there's a medical center. We have an on-site, we actually have 2 on-site primary care physicians that are available for Windsor Run residents only. So if you have a medical need or you want to make an appointment with your doctor, you can call down to the medical center, make the appointment, and it's simple as walking downstairs or taking an elevator downstairs to see your doctor. Huge time savings, huge convenience factor, and once again, the doctor only sees Windsor Run residents. There's also an on-site salon, so you can get your hair cut.
That's where you get yours done?
That's where I get mine done. Yep, actually I just, have my wife turn on a lawnmower. And then we have a theater right here, holds about 30, 35 people. You'll see, movies, sports games, and sometimes there's different book groups or religious groups that meet in the theater as well. So the downstairs area is really going to be more of your fitness, your wellness, and then upstairs is going to be more food and gathering and games. But it's all right here in the clubhouse, more centralized. So you have the more quiet apartment buildings, and then the areas where you're going to congregate here in the clubhouse. So, why don't we
conclude our tour?
Yeah, that's. Is there anything else, Rob, you have any questions or?
Well, at this point, as we're coming to the conclusion of our tour, we want to bring Jennifer back over here and say thank you very much for participating with us today. And certainly thank you to Ryan and his team for giving us a tour of Windsor Run. At this point, we're going to take just a second to take a step back from the screen and see if we have anybody that's have any questions that have been submitted.
While we're waiting on questions coming, I just wanted to say, it's never too soon to start your downsizing or your right sizing, no matter where you are in the game. That'll help your house get ready for sale and make Rob's job a little bit easier to get good money for your home. So, never too soon.
Well, I'll put in a personal plug for Wayforth. I'm not anywhere near ready, well, maybe somewhat near ready to move into a place like this.
We'll talk about that ready thing while offline.
We'll talk about that later. But Wayforth has already served my family very much by helping us with organization and downsizing and auctioning probably truckloads worth of stuff that was sitting around my house that we wanted to get rid of. So, Erica, do we have any questions?
Dale asked, do you rent or buy here?
Great.
All right, now, and that's a really great question. Do you rent or buy at Windsor Run? And we get that one all the time. The answer is actually neither. Okay, so in reality, it's more like renting in the sense that you're going to put down a large deposit, almost like a large security deposit, of which 90% is refundable. But Windsor Run does own the building, does own the apartments. The benefit, though, is that, let's say an appliance fails, a light bulb fails, you have a maintenance concern or a leaky pipe. That's Windsor Run's responsibility. And we own it, we maintain it, and we take care of it on your behalf. And so while you don't own it, you get to live in it just like you do. If you want to hang pictures, if you want to put holes in the wall, with nail, like picture nails, or if you want to paint the walls or customize the apartment, you can do so and make it your own space. Where sometimes when you're renting, you're going to be a little more restricted. So it's a bit of a blend. Yeah, it's a bit of a blend of the two, but I would say it's more, if you want to wrap your brain around it, it's a little more like renting than buying, but you are putting down a large deposit.
Great. Well, if we have no more questions, we're going to wrap this up, and I want to tell all of our viewers thank you. If you're watching this live, we appreciate it. If you're watching this on our website, on our Facebook page, or our YouTube channel, feel free to message us with any questions that you have. Call us. We can be reached at 704-787-1969. And we'd love to have you join us next month when we highlight our next community. Watch for the invite online. Thank you to Jennifer from Wayforth and Ryan from Windsor Run.
Thank you so much.
And we appreciate it. Have a great day.
Take care.
Bye, Ryan.